Hi students, today we are discussing about 8th class social studies second lesson, the energy from the sun. According to this lesson, already on Earth's surface we are seeing different type of diversities of landforms like mountains, hills, plateaus, plains, deserts, and different type of grasslands also. See, according to the Earth's diversity or variation of landforms, at the same time, different type of temperatures and rainfall. Why? Because all the landforms are not same. Uneven landforms and on the base of temperatures and rainfall. The mainly temperature also will take and different place to place changes the temperatures. We are seeing weather report daily where the maximum temperatures and the minimum temperatures. Generally, we are observing where the places near to this desert region and near to this equatorial region, the places are somewhat hot when compared to remaining places. Seashore places generally they are moderate climates. Seashore places are moderate climate because of that is not there very hot, not there very cold. Then we can call equatorial region is generally hot region. What are the places located in equatorial region? And that is the places are hot places. And at the same time, we can take the both either North Pole and South Pole regions also. Both polar regions also. They are the two regions also somewhat a very cold region. At the same time, we can take different region also. Equatorial region, different type of vegetation, and polar region also. Generally, yes, cold region also. Some of these creeping plants are available. Very cold region, nothing grown there. Understand? According to here, the mainly we are observing the desert plants also mainly, dead from trees also, cactus, whatever it is. And at the same time, in the very cold region, nothing grown there. And polar regions also generally the poles having highs. Now at the same time, temperatures and rainfall both affect the life of human. Generally, it is a very critical base. Am I correct or not? Temperature and rainfall affect the life in a very critical base. For example, within the country, we can take how North Indian people, how South Indian people. South Indian people, they are living in this temperature zone, and at the same time, and the North Indians, they are somewhat cool places when compared to South India. And at the same time, that based on the plants and animals also depends on heat and water. The plants, already very well. Plants are generally plants and trees also. It's getting sunlight and water, and they're making food on its own. That is called as photosynthesis. Already you read in the earlier previous classes. Okay, then the plants and trees generally it gets heat and water and makes somewhat of food on its own. That is called as photosynthesis generally. On its surface, different type of variations there and different where landforms also and temperatures also we are taking daily weather report also. Not only weather and the climate also different. Weather is a short term one. It's short period of time. Weather it indicates a short period of time. Am I correct or not? Whether it is a short period of time, it's taking within one day. That's why we are taking daily weather report, either maximum temperatures and minimum temperatures, to the purpose of comparison. To the purpose of comparison. Like we can take climate also. According to climate, we are taking nearly some decades. Decades is nothing but nearly 30 years. On Earth's surface, we are deciding what where the tropical region or a temperatures region or polar circles are north pole and south pole. This and all generally on the base of climate region. On the base of climate only, we have decided that is a tropical region, either that is a tropical Cancer and tropical Capricorn or Arctic circle, and either polar circle, either North Pole and South Pole, and poles 90 degrees poles region also. And generally, according to here, we can talk the solar energy and sun's rays. The entire universe. The entire universe means all the planet, 8 planets already we discussed in the previous classes. How many planets there? 8 planets. And these 8 planets also, not only planets and comets or asteroids, whatever it is, they got energy from the sun. You know already very well, sun is a central position in the solar system. Okay, sun is the principal source of energy. Whatever energy we are getting, that energy comes from the sun. Okay, and at the same time, not only plants and animals, entire organism also they are using sun energy. And how much energy released from the sun? That is called as solar radiation. Here we can observe the two. One is solar radiation. What is that? Solar radiation. What is solar radiation? That is our question. Now mainly, how much energy released from the sun? That is called as solar radiation. How much energy? For example, here was 100% energy released from the sun. That is called as solar radiation. Okay, that fully not fall on Earth's surface. That fully 100% of heat not fall on Earth's surface. Why? Because different forms, either climate there and dust particles there and remaining clouds are there. This and all also some of this energy receives. That's the main important. According to here also, solar radiation means how much energy released from the sun or how much energy emitted from the sun is called as solar energy. It is the principal source. Okay. Now we are using the solar based also cooking solar cookers also, solar panels also, and it is a renewable source. According to my view, it is a renewable source. How much you are utilizing today also, tomorrow again will come. Okay. Then according to here, the solar energy is a renewable source. Next one is insolation. What is that? Insolation. What is insolation? That is important. Insolation is nothing but how much energy released from the sun. In that, how much energy received by the earth is called as insolation. How much energy received by the earth is called as insolation. Am I correct or not? How much energy received by the earth is called as insolation. Am I correct or not? The both are different. Solar radiation is released from the sun. Then in that, how much energy received by the earth is called as insolation. The solar radiation also we can see and we can feel how energy is coming from the sun also. Okay, now at the same time, this is insolation, solar radiation, two different. How sun's rays we are already we read in the previous classes also. What the sun energy is according to that, and UV rays also will come. It's protected by the ozone layer. Already we observed. Generally, some of the areas are maximum temperature, some of the areas are minimum temperatures. Generally, we can come. Now, the radiation. When the earth also, the first when its sun, the sun energies falls, that first fall on earth's surface after it hit the entire surroundings. First, when the energies when comes from the sun, then that fall on the surface of the earth after hit the surroundings. Okay. Now, according to here also, generally near angle of incidence that also is there. Then we can call angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. What is the angle of incidence? Generally, we observe what the equatorial region is more temperature and poles region is low temperatures. Then, according to the angle of incidence, see how sun energy is falling on Earth. See, angle of incidence is low, means more temperatures. When angle of incidence is low in equatorial region, what is that? In equatorial region, angle of incidence is low angle of incidence in equatorial region, low angle of incidence. Am I correct or not? In the equatorial region, generally what we discuss, more temperatures. Why? Because the angle of incidence is low. The sloping very low because of their straightly falling sun's rays. They're straightly falling sun's rays. That's why it is occupying, it's capturing area also. It's a taking area also. Very low area, very less area. That's why they are more temperature that we are observing in the noon time. Every day noon time we are observing sun rays is falling straightly, vertically falling. Then more it's taking less area, then more temperature when compared to evening time. In evening time, slantly falling sun rises. Then that is occupying more area, less temperature. Okay, in equatorial region is low angle of incidence. That's why there what happened, more temperatures recorded when compared to remaining either Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn and polar circle also and poles also. The equatorial region is angle of incidence is low. That's why their intensity of temperature is more temperature. Are you okay? Now we can come and at the same time polar region. In polar region, generally we can observe the angle of incidence is more. It's taking in the polar region slope increase angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. Am I correct or not? Now, see, the polar region is increases angle of incidence. Increases is nothing but slope. When the slope increases, there what happened? When the slope increases, there less temperature because of it's taking more area. It's taking more area. That's why the angle of incidence is increases in the poles region. That's why in the poles region also low temperatures recorded. Okay, then that is how angle of incidence is work. It is working in throughout the world, not in one country, not in one continent, and not in one state. Angle of incidence that is occurs throughout the globe, throughout the surface of the area. Then some areas sunrise is falling straightly or vertically. Some areas sun rays falling slanting or sloping. That's why in the equatorial region is a lower angle of incidence. That's why there are more temperatures. In polar region increases angle of incidence, there are less temperatures. That's two also different. That's two also different. Generally how this angle of incidence will work also we observe clearly. Okay, now how the temperatures in different region also. On Earth's surface we are observing the equatorial region and near to the equatorial region only more temperature when compared to poles region. Already in the poles region generally low temperatures and in the poles region nothing ground there, either north pole and south pole region very cold region. We are taking nothing ground in a very cold region. We are observing and equatorial region and polar regions both and temperatures region also different vegetation are there. This fully different vegetation is based on temperatures and rainfall. Whatever the vegetation also, either equatorial vegetation, either poles vegetation also is based on rainfall and temperature. Temperature is main heat, the heat based only and water based only. Vegetation also, plantation also, trees also, whatever it is. Okay, there is according to angle of incident. That picture also there. That picture you can observe how the sun rays comes to the equatorial region and the polar region. Already on the base of angle of incidence, how the sun rays is falling on equatorial region and polar circle and north pole and south pole. According to textbook, they given the mainly Japan. I mean 45 degrees area it receives 75 units. 45 is nearly to the equatorial region. Okay, or Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, that region mainly. Okay, in that area 45 degrees, I mean northern Japan, that area 75 units of sun rays they are consumed. I mean they receives. At the same time, either polar circle you can take, that is 66 and half degrees, either north and south, that area only 50, I mean 50 units they are consuming, they are receiving 50 units. Am I correct or not? When compared to 45 degrees, that is northern Japan, that is the equatorial region, they consume 75 units. After we can come 66 and half, that is a polar circle. That tables they given. In that polar circle, only 50 units they are consuming. After we can come either 90 degrees north pole and south pole area, they are consuming only 45 degrees. I mean they are consuming 45 units. What you observe here, where near to this equatorial region in 45 degrees area, they are receiving more temperature when compared to poles. In poles only, either north pole and south pole region, 45 units only, that is a less receives because of their sloping is more. That's why intensity of temperature is less. Okay, that is a table based they given. Already you know from this beginning onwards how the land and water contrast. Now we'll go for land and water. According to here also, the mainly on surface of the earth we are seeing some of the areas are water bodies are there and landforms also there. The main landforms is nothing but the hills and mountains areas and the flatlands also. The both land and water contrast. I mean, these all also receiving sun energy. The landforms different and water bodies are different. How it receives, that is a different activity. According to Land is a good conductor of the heat. From the beginning onwards, we know the land is a good conductor of the heat. That means it receiving also. Already insulation we discussed how much energy received by the air is called as insulation. We said then give up also speedily. I mean when compared to water, land is a good conductor of the heat. I mean, it's taking fastly and give up also fastly. And at the same time, we can compare the water. Water is taking slowly and give up also slowly. That's why only land only is for there is a good conductor of the heat when compared to water. Okay, then how heating the atmosphere? What is atmosphere? Already in I mean yeah, 9th and 10th class of the given. Atmosphere means a vapor, wind and vapor. That wind and vapor also it combines several gases. It combines several gases. There is a mixture of several gases. Not only oxygen, not only nitrogen, not only carbon dioxide and argon, neon, crystal, whatever it is. And mainly the maximum percentage of nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide also some of the gases are combined. Now in the atmosphere, how it's receiving energy. Generally, our surrounding totally some of the gases it covered. How fish enjoying in water, like we also enjoying in air. Already in higher classes they say when we goes on up temperatures decreases every 1000 meters high 6 degrees temperatures decreases, that is called as normal lapse rate. What is that? Normal lapse rate. Then according to in earth surface, the totally on earth surface when we goes on up temperatures decreases, that is a common activity. Now here also how heating different areas. Generally some of the areas generally what is that when high places cool when compared to lower places. High places, what is it? When it goes on up temperatures decreases when compared to Himachal Pradesh we can take, Delhi we can take, and some of the capitals also we can take. High places Shimla also, Ooty also, whatever it is, then that is summer resorts because of that it is in summer season also their cool temperature. I mean cool areas. Now at the same time heat balance. On Earth's surface, some of the areas are located near to the sea areas. In our state also we can take Visakhapatnam, then the water bank that is near to sea. There, what about sea climatical conditions? Not their high temperatures, not their somewhat low temperatures. There, medium temperature throughout the year also. That is, there are cool climatical conditions. Okay, then there are also different type of crops they can cultivate when compared to remaining regions also. Okay, then according to here also, seashore area generally cool places when compared to continental region. For example, we can take the Rayalaseema region when compared to coastal region. Coastal region is near to the sea. That's why here the cool climate when compared to Rayalaseema region. That is called as the heat balance. According to that, now the global warming also. What is global warming? That is important. According to the global warming, when we are using nowadays different type of fuels like petrol, diesel, whatever it is, then what happens? So much of gases will release. So much of gases will release because of when CO2 increases in the air, then automatically temperatures also increases. Temperature also affect on crops. When this global warming increases, we are not getting sufficient crops also. Then we can try to control the global warming from this society. Now temperature of the atmosphere. We are taking different type of temperature in different regions. On the basis of weather report, we are observing 1 month. 30 days. We can observe how the different areas and different temperature is maximum and minimum. See, some of the areas are cloudy days also. We did not measure the temperature because of temperature in different places, different changes time to time. Then, according to temperatures and the mainly some areas are maximum temperatures region, some of the areas are low temperature region also. Okay, now we can come how the heat balance, the moderate temperature in some region. What is the moderate temperatures? Moderate means it is a low moderate temperature. See, some regions also, near to this 30 degrees and 40 degrees, that only 30, 40 middle only temperatures recorded in throughout the year. Not the high temperature, not the below 30 and 40 degrees temperature, that is called as moderate temperatures. Okay, then some of the regions also extreme temperature also recorded by because near to the desert region areas, extreme climate, more temperature, more temperatures region near to this desert region. In example, in India we can take Thar Desert, Rajasthan Thar Desert region. There more temperatures and less rainfall. Now we can take on Earth's surface some of the places recorded highest temperatures and some of the places recorded lowest temperatures. On Earth's surface, generally where the highest temperatures recorded, that is continental region. Continental region nothing but desert region. And highest temperatures recorded is Algeria in Libya. Libya is one of the country in African continent. You know already very well which continents is divided by Mediterranean Sea, either upward Europe and downward Africa. Then Algeria, one of the place in Libya, in African continent, there 1922 they recorded 57.8 degrees Celsius. That is the highest temperature recorded in this entire surface. See, that is highest temperatures recorded in that year 1922. And at the same time, we can take lowest temperatures recorded on the surface of the area. That is mainly in Antarctic region areas, their lowest temperatures recorded minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. Where in Antarctic region recorded in the month of July 1983. One is desert region and lowest temperature region is Antarctic region. And at the same time, generally we can observe where the minimum temperatures below is minus 273.16 degrees Celsius. That is the minimum temperatures below is minus 273.16 degrees Celsius. And at the same time, we can come and 100 degrees Celsius is a boiling point because of different region, different temperatures recorded because of where the sunlight and sun's rays falling directly. That regions they are recording more temperatures. Then upon here also 100 degrees is a boiling point when we are cooking and we are doing some activities, burning materials areas also. That is 100 degrees Celsius is boiling point. At the same time, 0 degrees is freezes into ice. Generally, these two also we are observing. Then freezing in refrigerators also we are observing water change into ice also. Okay, at the same time, both boiling point and freezing point also. Generally, we are observing here where the high temperatures and where the low temperatures. We can follow some of the recording temperatures to the purpose of comparison. and to can compare the different region, how the maximum temperature and minimum temperatures, and with the help of this graph also we can follow where the maximum temperatures in which months maximum temperatures recorded also. We can generally we can observe in throughout the year also. In some months more temperature recorded in the time of summer time. That's why summer holidays also we are getting commonly in every year in summer time, and mainly April and May or June first or second week up to very much sunlight. I mean, very much temperature is recorded. Daytime also more. Then that purpose we can follow some of the recording temperature in which months more temperature, in which months less temperatures. In less temperatures regions come in less temperature in some months like January is average temperature is very less in month of January. Like therefore we can follow according to textbook some of these maximum temperature and minimum temperatures also.